We call it freedom. They call it betrayal. We call it liberation, but they call it ungratefulness. Emmanuel Macron has gone ahead and abused Africa. He has insulted African nations and Africa in particular for asking them out of the land of Africa. And he says that we are not grateful for all the things they have done for us, that they've been here for Africa for quite some time. They've helped us fight terrorists and all those things. They've been here for us. They've been helping us. They've been giving us a hand of help in a lot of things that we have been doing. But despite all these things, we are not grateful and we are not thankful. Instead, at the end of the day, we are asking them out of the land of Africa. And therefore, he is not feeling well and he is not feeling good. He's telling us that a day will come when we shall regret the actions or the things that we have done. Because he never expected maybe we can do what we did. And from how he's speaking, when you look at him, you'll realize that there is some kind of anger in his eyes. There is some kind of anger in his speech. And that leaves me with a very good and a big question to my viewers and a big questions to the people who are watching me, for those who are here for the first time and for those who are returning viewers who come here time and again. I thank you so much and I appreciate for what you're doing. You guys are an amazing people and I really appreciate. I am really grateful for what you people are doing. And therefore, this lands me to my question, to my questions to my viewers today. Why is it that Emmanuel Macron is so angry about the fact that some African countries are asking him out of Africa? Now, before you dive into the answer and before you give me the answer, just do let me try to see your comment section in the comment section. Just write your opinion in the comment section after you have listened to the video, and then you'll write your comment in the comment section. I'll do my best to make sure I'm reading all of them and give a response where possible. Thank you so much as you're looking forward to do that. So before we give an answer and before we write our minds and we give our minds in the comment section, kindly let us listen to this video.
One part was our commitment to fighting terrorism since 2013. We were right. I think some have forgotten to say thank you, but that's okay. It'll come in time. I'm in a good position to know that ingratitude is a disease that cannot be transmitted to humans. But I say this for all the African governments who have not had the courage, in the eyes of their public opinion, to bear it. None of them would be in a sovereign country today if the French army had not been deployed in this region.
Welcome back again. Now, Emmanuel Macron is insulting Africa. He's saying that Africa are making decisions that are not supposed to be made. Africans are not grateful, and we have not seen. We are being blind on the works and on the strategies, rather on the things they have been struggling to do to Africa, helping us fighting terrorists and all those things. You've heard him speaking, and he says that a day will come when we shall regret all the things that we have done. Okay? Because he thinks maybe, according to him, he feels like we are losing a lot by asking them out of the land of Africa. And to some point, he's calling it betrayal. To some point, he's calling it ungratefulness. When we as Africans, we are looking at it as neither betrayal nor ungratefulness, because we have realized that we are losing a lot of things when we are actually associating and connecting ties with these Western powers and Western people, because they are causing us a lot of things. Poverty is enduring in Africa, is overtaking Africa, is overwhelming people in Africa. Underdevelopment is here in Africa because we have been selling our properties. We have been giving a lot of things to the Western countries, and at the end of the day, we have not been getting back anything in return. And this is what Emmanuel Macron is saying. None of them would be in a sovereign country today if the French army had not been deployed in this region. So, in short, Emmanuel Macron is trying to say that we would not be where we are today. We would not be a sovereign country today if the French army, uh, had not been deployed in this region, which means they have done a lot of things. Like by deploying the French army into our land, it has given us sovereignty that we are having today. It has given us maybe he calls it freedom. I don't know what he calls it. Maybe we have been secured and we have been living well. And that's a lie, because according to him, maybe we have been living well, or rather, according to how he thinks, that is his thoughts. But he was answered. You see, when Emmanuel Macron says that none of them would be a sovereign country today if the French army would not had been deployed in this region. Uh, in this region. So it means today we would not be how we are if the French army would never have been deployed in some countries in Africa. But immediately he was answered by a Senegal president who just came in. He is called Ousmane Sonko, Senegal Prime Minister. He is called Ousmane Sonko. He says this is finally the place to remind President Macron that if African soldiers sometimes are forcibly mobilized, mistreated, and ultimately betrayed, this is finally the place to remind President Macron that if African soldiers sometimes forcibly mobilized, mistreated, and ultimately betrayed. In those back years, when French was fighting Germany, Germany was overtaking France, and therefore uh, African soldiers were mobilized, okay, by the United States nations, I think, and those other nations. They were mobilized to go and also try to fight for the French governments to be able to actually take over, retrieve their land from the Germanians, from the Germanies, and therefore it would never have happened. So Emmanuel Macron has forgotten something like that, and now he is only remembering that they came to Africa and they have helped Africa. That is what he thinks in his mind. But according to me, I think there is no help that that French has given to Africa. Instead, we have given them a lot of help, and we have given them a lot of things. In fact, we haven't given them. They have taken from Africa a lot of things. And the reason as to why, this is according to me now. Now, the question was, I asked you a question. The question was, why do you think Macron is so angry about leaving Africa, or is so angry about being asked to leave the land of Africa? Why do you think that Macron is very angry about that? Because if you came to Africa to help Africans, if you came to Africa to help Africans, if you are asked out of Africa, you don't need to get angry and you don't need to feel bad. Because if we are the one who called you to come and give us help, it means we are the people who needed help. But if someone who needed help does not need help anymore, do you get angry? Okay? If someone who wanted help does not need help anymore, do you get angry? That is my biggest question to you. And my question is, why do you think Emmanuel Macron is angry? Because in real sense, initially, according to how he's speaking and according to the statements he's giving, it means we are the people who needed help. We are the people who wanted help. And therefore, he acted as a Samaritan, as a good Samaritan, and he had to give a hand of help to come and help Africans. So he gave himself out to come and help Africans, if it is the genuine help that we are talking about. When we talk about genuine help, when you're giving someone a genuine help, a genuine help is whereby you are giving yourself, you give yourself as a Samaritan to go and help someone else. This help that you're going to help, this help you're going to offer to a person, you are a person A, you're going to offer help to person B. I want you to listen to me very keenly. Person A is going to offer help to person B. Person B needs help, okay? But person B does not have the help that he needs. So person A has the help. So person A is giving himself, genuinely volunteering. He's volunteering himself to go and help person B. Okay? And then he has been helping person B, and it has gotten to a point where person B now does not need the help from person A anymore. So in this case, person A is France, and person B is these countries in Africa that were hosting France. And now, person B does not need the help of person A anymore. You are giving out your help. You volunteered. Nobody asked you to give the help. You woke up in the morning someday and you decided, I'm going to give a help to person B. You're getting my point? Now, person B now does not need the help that you are giving out. I hope you're following me. What is the reason for you to get angry after person B does not need your help? Okay? That is the biggest question behind all this thing. That's the question we should be asking ourselves. That is the most biggest question we should be asking ourselves. And I find it difficult to understand why and what is the reason. But I have my mind. I'm going to speak out my mind. I want you to speak out your mind. Why do you think Macron is angry about Africans, some African countries asking them to leave Africa and asking them to take back their military to their land? Now, I want to air out my views and to air out my issues in a very polite way and in a very simple way, and I will be very clear. So I want you to follow me. Number one, someone who wants to help and someone who is giving out help, I wonder why is it that, yes, France came to Africa, and they're claiming that they came to Africa to give Africans help, to fight terrorists and many other things that they are saying. But my question is, if you're going to help someone, do you help him forever? If their help was genuine and if their help, they wanted to help us, they would have come and helped us, and after helping us, they leave. Now, person A is helping person B. In this case, I said person A is France and person B is Africa. Person A is helping person B. And for all this time, it has taken a long time. He started helping person B a long time ago. He has helped person B, he has helped person B, he has helped person B for a very long time. But the situation still remains the same. So is that help or is that games? Is that help or is that games? Because if France was coming to Africa, no, I'm trying to tell you, like I'm trying to show you, France did not come to Africa because they wanted to help Africans. France did not come to Africa simply because, like, did not come to Africa because of fighting terrorists, or rather helping Africans to fight terrorists. France had a different agenda when they were coming to Africa, and everybody knows that. I'm not the only one who understands that. I'm not the only one who knows that. Everybody knows that France came to Africa because they had a different agenda apart from helping Africans fight the terrorists. Because I believe that France has got a very strong military compared to African militaries, as per now. And if they were coming to Africa to help Africans fight terrorists, at this time, we are supposed to have gotten rid of terrorists a long time ago. Because France has been to Africa for decades now. Do you want to tell me that all this time they're still fighting terrorists? Up to date? They're still fighting terrorists? So they will be here in Africa fighting terrorists forever? Is that what you're telling me? Now, if they knew they were unable to fight terrorists, then they would have not come. But they came because they thought they are able. According to Macron. That's not according to me. According to Macron. Okay? When if now we want to buy Macron's statements, or we want to buy his mind, We want to buy his perspective. He's saying he came to Africa to help Africa. Now, my question to Macron is, if you came to Africa to help Africans fight terrorists, you have been in Africa for decades. Africa has yet to get rid of terrorists. You're still there up to date fighting terrorists. These terrorists you're fighting for decades, which kind of terrorists are these? That's the question. If you are a helper, you want to help someone, you have volunteered yourself to help someone. When this person now says, now I want you to leave my country, I want you to leave my home because I don't need help anymore, why do you get angry? You came to give help. You have gotten the help that you need. You came to give help. You have given help. I have gotten to a point now when I think I don't need your help anymore. I have asked you politely to leave my country because I do not want the help anymore. Why do you get angry? Now, this is the reason as to why you can get angry if you have been giving a help, you volunteered yourself to give help, and the person who was needing help does not need help anymore. This is the reason why, according to me, this is the reason why you will get angry. Number one, you'll get angry because unless there is something else, you had a different agenda, and you had to cover it with help of fighting terrorists, you won't get angry. That is number one. Number two, unless you are getting something from this land, or rather from this person that you are giving help to, you will not get angry. Number three, unless you are benefiting from being in that place, you are benefiting a lot from being in that area where you are providing help. Unless from the place you are giving help, there is something you're getting that is very significant and it is helping you to grow. It is sustaining you for a very long time. It has been keeping you. It has been keeping your country. It has been keeping yourself. You will not get angry. Unless without these people you're giving help, you can't survive. You'll not get hungry. What does that mean? It means there is a lot of things that either number one, you're getting from this place that you're giving help to, or rather by coming to this place, or rather by staying to this place where you're providing help, you are getting a lot of benefits. There are a lot of significant things you're getting from this place. That is the only reason that will make you to get angry when these people now tell you, we don't need your help anymore. Emmanuel Macron, he knows very well that without Africa, he is going to fail. France might fall if Africa is not part of its agenda. France might fall if Africa is not part of its development. France might fall if Africa is not part of their if Africa is not part of their story. And the truth be told, France did not come to Africa to provide help for Africans. Because number one, there is no country in Africa that called France and told France, now come, we want you to help us. Or come, we want you to be with us in our country. I believe it's either they wanted to come themselves, or they came and said, now we want to help you do 1, 2, 3 things. And as I always said, Western countries, they are very good at playing games. They create a problem, they create a solution. And therefore, after creating a problem and creating a solution, they create a problem. That problem, they throw it to you as an African or as someone with whom you don't have the powers to be able to solve this problem. And then later on, they create a solution. And therefore, after creating a solution, they display themselves. In that, when you will be walking around looking for the solution, these are the people you're likely to meet because they have displayed themselves in a way that when you look at them, you see now, this is the solution. And therefore you'll run for them in search of the solution. And then they will immediately offer you the solution. But in real sense, their agenda is not to help you, because someone who wants to help you and someone who is genuine, you don't create a problem and create a solution. Why do you want to make me suffer and then pretend to be someone who wants to help me? Are you getting my point? So, you can only do that when you have a different agenda. And their different agenda was what we have, what Africans possess, what Africans carry, the value of Africa, and the quality of Africa. Because they know, if you want to be clever, you work with someone who is clever. If you want to be a fool, you work with someone who is a fool. If you want to be rich, you work with people who are rich. If you want to have some certain things, you work with people who have got those kind of things you want. So France wanted to be rich. France wanted to have minerals, and he had to work with people with minerals. If you want to be a thief, you work with a thief. You'll definitely become a thief. So if France would not have associated with them, associated themselves with Africans, maybe they would not have been the people they are today. They would not have reached where they have reached today. They would not have developed their countries the way they have developed their country today. They would not be strong the way they are strong today. But their strength and development and wellness depends on Africans. Sometimes these people, they think so much that it is because of them that we are who we are. They think that it is because of them that we are living the life we are living today. They have forgotten also themselves they need us to some point. They have forgotten also themselves there are some parts where they need us. Okay? And that is why I love playing this video. Julius Malema was being asked by a white man in South Africa that you are telling us that you want to free yourselves from us. You're telling us that you want to free yourselves, you want to live as a country that you're not being controlled and some things like that, like those ones. You want to live in a country where everybody is somebody. And Julius Malema was asked by this white man, so, because that is what you're looking forward to, now, what do you expect from us? You see how he's asking, what do you expect from us? And Julius Malema was telling this guy, it's not about what I am expecting from you or what do I want from you. Why can't it be, what do you want from us? Because it cannot always, all the times be, what do I want from you? Can it also be, what do you want from me? Why is it always about Africans wanting from you, not you wanting from Africans? Okay? And so this is something that Julius Malema was against, because I wonder why that all the times Western countries, they always think that Africans need them. That without them, Africans cannot continue. They cannot survive. They cannot exist. They challenged the minds of our ancestors to make them understand that it is only them who are giving help, that we cannot be able to give help. But because that kind of knowledge was not with our ancestors, that knowledge, they didn't have that kind of a knowledge. And that knowledge, maybe at that time, they had not, at that time, the understanding was not yet there with them. So it was very easy for them to be manipulated and to be told 1, 2, 3 things, and they would accept, they would believe. You're getting my point? And so my question is, why is it that they always think it's about us depending on them, not about them depending on us? Because now that we are coming up as youths who understands what we are doing, who understands 1, 2, 3 things, who cannot be manipulated easily because there is a lot of knowledge within us, and we have studied, we have followed the history, and we have some kind of understanding right now. The question is, no, we have some kind of understanding right now, and therefore them misleading us is very hard compared to when they were misleading our ancestors, okay, and our old parents. Because we want to create a nation and we want to create a continent, we want to create a place where you can also come for us in search of help. Because we believe that we as Africans, we are a great nation. We are a big continent. We are a land where we can stand for ourselves. We believe in ourselves. We believe that there is nothing that we cannot do. And therefore, you need to understand that sometimes you get to a point when you also need us, not us needing you all the times. Because that issue of you believing that we always need you, you people don't need us, has made you people to sit on our heads, has made you people to enslave us. But right now, we know that we have what you people need. And we know that you people depend on us and you people really need us. And therefore, that is the reason we are asking you out of Africa, because we understand that when you are here in Africa, you are blocking a lot of things from happening. You're blocking our ways, you're blocking our roads, you are really interfering with our issues. And at the end of the day, you are the same people who begins abusing us of being underdeveloped, of being uncivilized, of being illiterate. You the same people, but you have forgotten that we are uncivilized because you have made us uncivilized. We are illiterate because you have made us illiterate. Okay? We are poor because you have made us poor. You guys are stealing our properties, you're stealing our resources, you're stealing our minerals, and then at the end of the day, you're telling us that we are poor. So France, this is my message to you. We don't need you in Africa. And you say whatever you want to say. You can speak whatever you want to speak and talk whatever you want to talk. But we know we are doing it for the best of ourselves, for our own best, for our own good. Because if we ask you people to work with us equally and fairly, you definitely can't do that. The resources belongs to us, everything belongs to us. But you still can't be fair and you still can't work with us equally. So what do? We need to work ourselves out, because at the end of the day, when we become poor, you are the same people who say Africa is poor. There is poverty in Africa. There is no poverty in Africa. You are bringing poverty in Africa. So leave Africa and see if Africa will be poor. So we don't want you to Africa. We don't need your help as Africans. We will fight terrorists ourselves, because even the same terrorists you came to fight, you have fought these terrorists for a very long time. But terrorism is still in Africa. So we don't know what kind of a work are you doing. Because every other day, terrorism in Africa is there. Like, you came to fight terrorists, you have never finished fighting them. You are fighting them every other day. You have fought them for decades. Another years are coming, you'll continue fighting them for the next 100 years. No, you don't play with us that way anymore. These cat and mouse games is something we are getting rid of it, because we are now people who understands what we are doing. Okay, so if that is what you have been looking forward to do, then I'm very sorry for you, because Africa needs to be a free land, a land where Africans governs themselves. Africans governs and rule Africans. Okay, we are going to the ages of kings. You see King Ibrahim Traore, the king of kings. You guys have to see that guy. And I know he's the one who is giving you sleepless nights. But sorry for you guys, we cannot accept that, and we are not going to go back. We are going to move forward ever, backward never. The way we have started is the way we are going to do it. Even these leaders you're seeing today that are still working with you, I tell you, every other year when elections come, when we install another leader, we are going to install leaders who are going to cut ties with the white supremacy, because we want to live our life and we want you guys to live your life. We don't want to collide here that, oh, we are complaining because of 1, 2, 3 things. We are the people who needed help. And we are the same people who are saying that we don't need your help. So kindly leave us alone. We are good the way we are. We can help ourselves. We are going to fight ourselves, and we don't need you. So let us cut ties. Let us leave each other in peace. And you go mind your business, work out your issues, and let me remain in my motherland, in my country, in my African lovely country, lovely nation, lovely continent, working my issues and doing my things in an African way. Okay? You take your militaries, stay with them in your country. I'm having my militaries in my country. Let me fight my battles. You fight your battles. If it ever comes a time that you need my help, you call me, and under my conditions, I'll give you my help. If there comes a time where I'll need your help, I'll call you, and under your conditions, let you give me your help. But we don't want to live at a place where people are oppressing other people in the name of help. Help that we cannot see, help that we can't even see it, help that is not visible. No, no, no. We cannot live at a country like that. We can't live at a place where our children are crying. They're not going to school. Our parents, they're not getting food to feed their children. Some children are even sleeping outside. Our parents are crying because they don't know where to get school fees to take children to school. Poverty is everywhere, and it's because of you invading in our countries. And when we are asking you out of this country, you begin insulting us. Keep on insulting us, but at the end of the day, the decision has been made. You have to leave Africa. At the end of the day, that's my opinion, my viewers and my people, my fans. Do let me know your comment on the comment section. What is your opinion? What do you have to say about this issue? What I say myself is that Western countries need to leave Africa because Africa needs to govern itself. African Streamline is your space. Whenever you find yourself in African Streamline, just know you are at the right place and you are at home. Feel free and feel appreciated in African Streamline. Africa is our home, as I say every day, and everything that concerns Africa concerns me and you as Africans. I salute you and I thank you so much, my brothers from Caribbean, my brothers from diaspora and from Africa in particular. I love you so much. And recently, I've come out to love Ghanaians so much. You guys are great people because of what you did to Ibrahim Traore. Anybody who makes Ibrahim Traore feels happy, or anybody who makes Ibrahim Traore be seen worldwide as a king, that guy needs his flowers. So a round of applause to Ghanaians. Thank you so much. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. If it's your first time being here, go on and hit the subscription box, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be amazing. And I love you guys so much. May God bless you for being here, and may God look up on your issues and add you things abundantly. Thank you. All right, adios, guys.